All right, I say we get started. Hey guys, welcome to Contrology Lab, Snake and Twist Progressions. I'm Anna Kavan, the brand ambassador for Contrology. I'm really excited to be here today with Daniela Escobar, the owner of Westwood Pilates. She has two studios, one in Westwood, which is a neighborhood in LA, and one in Mar Vista, another neighborhood in LA, but they're both technically Westwood Pilates. And she has her teacher, Natalie, with us today, who's going to be her body. But most importantly, we have our CEO and nice guy, Ken Endelman, here with us today. Can you say hi, Ken?
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Thank you,
guys.
Ken. So nice to have him here, and he can answer your questions at the end, which is always a fun part. We don't have Jay Grimes. Perhaps he'll jump in, but he's not here yet. We're not sure he's going to be able to make it today. But again, I want to thank you all that did join us today. We had about 300 people register, and I see there are quite a few here today. So far, almost 40 of you are already here. So thanks again for joining us live, or if you're joining later and watching the recording, I hope that you enjoyed as well. While you're watching Daniela and Natalie do this workshop for you about the snake and twist around the Contrology studio, feel free to take screenshots and use the hashtag Contrology crew and post them on social media. We'd love to share them for you as well. So please go ahead and do that. You can tag us or use hashtag Contrology crew. And so, Daniela, you're going to teach about like 45, 50 minutes or so. Does that seem right?
Yes. Yeah. About 40. Yes. 40 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Perfect. So after that, we will be coming back for the question and answer. So feel free at any time to go down to the chat and ask a question. And then Amber, who you can't see, who's our Wizard of Oz here behind the scenes, will feed me the questions and I will ask them to either Ken, Danielle, or even Natalie. It has to do with something Natalie needs to answer for us. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Ken, if you want to mute yourself as well, and we'll just toss it off to Daniela in her serious lab coat, ready to run us through the lab.
Okay, thanks, Anna. Thanks, Ken, for having me again. Another edition of this Contrology Lab. We're here at the Mar Vista studio. Natalie will demonstrate the exercises for me because I cannot work out and speak at the same time. So we're here to talk about snake and twist and how we progress our clients to do this very complex exercise on the reformer. So basically, we're going to go over the exercises in the system that will help our clients master this exercise, or at least being introduced to this exercise and be able to do it, because that's what we want them to do, right? Okay, so we're going to start with Natalie demonstrating the snake and twist for us. I will not say anything. What I want you guys to do is to pay attention to what she's doing and take mental notes of the things you see in the exercise, and then we can choose what we are going to do to progress our client, okay? So Natalie is going to start on the Contrology reformer, and we're going to have one spring, and she's going to have the bar down, okay? I'm just going to hold here for her. Of course, she's a teacher. She can do it by herself. But usually when we start with our client, we hold the carriage here, and then we kind of spot them here, okay? I'm going to let you go. Are you ready? So just so you know, Natalie's warmed up, okay? She's not doing this like, okay, man, I'm doing it. No, she's warmed up. She did a good mat before. Good. And then you go into the twist. Nice. Okay, very good. All right, while she does the other side, this is what I noticed when she was doing it. So you can do the other side, Natalie. So I see that she goes into a round shape or a flexion of the spine. Then she pushes the carriage out. She's going to go into an extension. And then she's going to bring the carriage all the way in, going into a round shape again. And then she's going to go again. She goes into a tall back, into an extension. And then she returns. And now she's going to go into a twist. So we see all the shapes the spine can do, right? We see the side bending. We see the flexion. We see the extension and the twist. What I also see her is that she needs to have a strong, can you stay there for a minute for me? For maybe 30 seconds. Okay. So she has to have a strong reach into the bar and a strong reach with the upper body into the carriage and a strong center to be able to pull the carriage in with only that one spring that I gave her, right? Okay, Natalie, so you can step off. Thank you. Well, it's hard to do that because you have to hold for me. Anyway, so luckily, we can find all of those elements in the very first workout we do with our clients on the reformer, okay? So of course, I'm not gonna do a full reformer, and keep in mind that you guys might have other exercises. If we think about the Pilates system, there's so many, I never counted how many exercises there is, but you guys are probably going to come up with other exercises that are going to help snake and twist. Another thing that I want to say is that not everyone needs to do snake and twist. It's a pretty advanced exercise, right? Are they missing out? No, there's so many other things that we can do, but if your client is ready to do it, just go for it, okay? All right, Natalie, we're going to start with the short box series, 2 outside springs. Go grab your box. So we're going to do the short box, which is something that I said I was going to take this off, so time to take it off. Okay, so, all right. Let's go to outside here. All right, so she's gonna have, now keeping in mind what we saw in the snake and twist. So I want her to go into that first round shape, okay? So it's a round, nice and lifted round shape. And then she's gonna go back, round, rock back, there you go. And then you come forward, you don't need to go to a full extension. And then what I really want, because we talked about how she needs to reach, you can keep going. How she needs to reach into the bar. So I'm gonna already tell her that she needs to connect to me. So now I have that lower body reach that she does on the snake and twist. So I'm teaching my clients since day one that they need to be connected and pushing this forward so the legs don't move so much. Can you do a bad one for me, like the one that the legs, because she's so good that I don't really have to. But see, now she's doing a bad one and she's going all over the place with her legs. We need our legs here for the short box series. We do need to feel stable. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to do that properly and to really connect into our center, okay? Okay, we can do the tall back. Now we're going to go into the tall back. All right, so again, connect yourself like you are standing on that frame of the reformer. And then you reach back. Now notice how her legs are not moving because she's so connected and she's reaching and lengthening. Very good. Okay, just one more and then you can go side to side. All right, so now again, when we go side to side, so we work the round, we work the tall back, and now we're gonna work the side to side, and she still needs to keep working her legs there. I always tell my clients, you need to work your legs because this is what's gonna save you. Good. All right, and then you go into the twist and reach. And even more here. Very good. Find that length. So we see all these elements here in the snake and twist, right? So since day one, we are already getting our clients stronger to do snake and twist. Of course, it's going to take them a while to really do the snake and twist. Okay, 3. So again, I want Natalie to keep working that bottom leg, even though that bottom leg is not really doing anything. It's going to start doing it now. So she's going to stretch through here. So she has a great connection into her lower body. And of course, your first-time clients are not going to be doing an extension like that, but why not, right, Natalie? Yes. Okay, and then switch. And please, if you have any questions about the exercises, let me know afterwards. Good. Keep that lower body working. So see, Natalie doesn't need a lot of corrections here, so. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna get rid of the box and the bar. And we're going to do elephant. So we're gonna have the bar up. Okay. So set yourself up for elephant. And what I really, really like about this reformer is that we have that little dip in between the, in front of the shoulder block, which you can really dig your heels down here. So there is no upholstery right here. So you can really dig your heels down, okay? And you relax your toes there. And now see exactly what we saw in the snake and twist in that twisted position. Now we are completely in alignment, okay? So she needs to reach through the upper body into the bar, through the lower body into that little space there. And then she needs to lift her center. If my clients don't do this properly, they are never gonna do snake and twist, okay? So that this is essential. This exercise is essential for snake and twist, okay? Now you push the carriage out only as much as you can keep your heels digging in here. And you make your center pull the carriage in. See, she's not using her arms. It's just a connection from the upper body to the bar there. And then you can do one leg, Natalie. And now when she goes into, just to hold it for a moment here. When she goes into that one leg, she cannot lose this because sometimes can you put the leg down and do a bad one? Like when you lift the leg, you lose your center. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so see, she collapsed here. No good for snake and twist if this is collapsing, okay? So she needs to maintain the center working, and with that, she'll take the leg off and not move anything, okay? And keep using here. Don't push out so far, just push only as far as you can. Keep the heel down to pull in, right there, because that's the connection she'll need into the bar when she's doing her snake and twist. Switch. Very good. And see, she's not pulling with her arms, she's just connected. Okay, now from here, we're gonna do the knee stretch series, okay, which is another one that will teach you to round, arch, and then go into knees off, where you just have 2 points of contact with the reformer. Okay, go. Okay, so see, just like the elephant, she's maintaining her round here. She's reaching into here, and she has a connection back here into the shoulder blocks too. Arch, good. All the way in, Natalie. You have to stop. That's it, without crashing. And then she's gonna go into her knees off. Mm-hmm. And see, again, she has only those 2 points of contact there into the reformer, right? So go all the way down. Very good. Okay. Sometimes what happens, let's do one bad knees off. And like when people go forward and so it's very essential that when they go into the knees off, so go down again. Let's do a good one. So there you go. You see that she lifts from her center, she connects here, she connects back here. Okay, now most of the times what we see, it's because people, they start somewhere. They're not going to start here. It took you how long to start doing this?
2 years.
Years, exactly. Okay. So usually people go here, they're on their arms, there is nothing in their legs, and there is no center working. So no good for snake and twist is. We need to have that very good. One more time, go up There you go. Okay. All right. Good. That's fine. That's fine. That's enough. Good. All right. So now we see this all in the very first workout that we do with people. Okay. So they are getting stronger. One day they are going to get there. But then eventually we're going to do the up stretch, which is part of the long stretch series. And the up stretch mimics snake and twist very well. Okay. It's just not in that twisted position, and it has more points of contact with the reformer, but it's pretty much that, and especially the combo. Okay. So we're going to do the up stretch now. So she's going to come up, heels halfway down the shoulder block. She's going to find that elephant again. Usually I really go back to that elephant position because people already know elephant and they know what to do. So I say, just come up into an elephant position. All right, so you push the carriage out. She's going to push with the lower body. She's going to come all the way in. Do 3 of those, and then we're going to go into the combo. Now, what I don't want to see is that she pushes with her arms. She's connected here, but she's going to push with her lower body. Right there. And then she's going to do the combo. So the combo, she's going to go from around, just like snake and twist, to an arch, go back and round again. Very good. And go again. Nice. And then she's going to round again. Very good. Last one. Very nice. Okay, and then you step off. Very good. So this is basically the kind of snake and twist we have on the reformer. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Cadillac, and we're going to do 2 exercises there on the Cadillac. So I'm going to move the camera to the Cadillac now. Okay, Natalie, you can just set up, and we're going to do the push through. Okay, I think that's good. Right there. All right. So again, Natalie has her lower body reach into the bar. She has her upper body reach into the push through bar. She's going to first lift up, and then you round the back. We're going to go into a round back, and she goes as far back as she can. So she's not pushing with her arms. She's pushing with her stomach. She's pushing with her center. Very good. Now she's going to connect into the pipes here and into the bar to be able to move from her center and not let the spring boss her around. She needs to have that connection pretty strong. And all the way up. Very good. And then go again. From here, connect. You see that she's keeping very good connection. And this is important because usually people lose the lower body here. They're not connecting into the pipes here. And that means they are not really doing the work in that round back. Very good. Nice job. All right. So now after the push through, we're going to do the pull-ups. Okay. But now we might think, oh, the pull-ups, you're actually pulling, you're not pushing into anything. And we need the reach, the push into the reformer. But the good thing about the pull-ups, it's going to work a lot of the upper body strength. And it's also going to work in a suspended position, because if we think about snake and twist, it is you are in a little bit of a suspended position, and here too. And we have all the shapes of the spine, to the round and the arch that goes into the snake and twist. Okay, ready? All right. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to move the camera up so people can see you up there. People can see you suspended, Natalie. Okay. All right. There you go. So again, she's going to go here. You can look down and then into a plank, completely straight, then into her arch, and then you bend your elbows. Good. So we're working that upper body strength. And she needs to reach into here. We don't want to see the trapeze move so much. So again, even the lower body is working here. So do it. So push, that's it. Good. There you go. So she's pushing into the legs too. Okay, now go all the way down. And then you pull the things into you and come up. Very good. Okay, see, pretty strong. Nothing I can say about that. All right, we're gonna get rid of the trapeze. And now we're gonna do some Wunda chair. So I'm moving this here. The fabulous Contrology Wunda chair that everyone loves. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with the pull-ups. Let me just move this a little more. Okay. So we're gonna do pull-ups, regular pull-ups, and then we're gonna do the side pull-ups, okay? So again, you can see the elephant here when you do the pull-ups, you can see the snake and twist, you can see the up stretch. So keep your head down. You're gonna have your shoulders in line with your hands. So a little more forward, there you go. And then from the center, she's gonna lift. We don't want her to go too far forward, so can you move back to, there you go. Okay, if she goes too far forward, she's in her arms and not in her center. Now, I want you to lower with the lower body, so keep your center very good. And again, yeah, stay there, don't move too far forward, just one. Very good. All right, so now she's gonna turn facing, let's face the camera first, you don't have to step off. Yeah. And then I know that a lot of people know the one that we cross this way, okay? But we're gonna cross the other way because that's exactly how you do it for snake and twist, right? So this leg, it could be a little slightly bent, so you just have to have space here. And I don't want Natalie to bring her whole weight towards her arms. You can bring a little bit, there you go. And then you go all the way up. Okay, so see, we're working that side of the body too, because she needs to be able to use her right side a lot more here, which will help her into her snake and twist and then other side. So here, that's a great exercise because you see the upper body reach into the chair, you see the lower body reach into the paddle, and she needs to work one side more than the other one. Very good, Natalie. Just center yourself, step off. All right. Now we're going to go into the going up front. And why am I doing going up front? Now, the same way I did the pull-ups up there, now we're working in the lower body strength, okay? And then the lower body reach into the paddle and the chair that she needs. We're going to go with the arms up, okay? So you can find that two-way stretch. Yeah, no hand on the chair, pushing down. Good. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now I want to see that she's really using her center here. Good, and press down with that left heel. And then as the body is reaching up, the paddle, the lower body is reaching down. There you go. Just 5 now, 5 is enough. Okay, and then I like to do that because instead of course, you know, new clients, you're not going to do that, but it's great for balance. Look straight ahead, don't look down. There you go. See that she has a very good connection into the paddle, and she's really controlling that paddle up. Very good, just one more. And control the paddle up. Very nice. All right. So now we're going to go to the barrel when we're going to move cameras. So let's go to the barrel. Let's see, there's something here. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't know. Am I spotlighted here on the barrel? Yes. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Okay, all right. So we're going to do swan. All right. So put your feet on the rungs. And then again, we see the lower body reach into here, very important. And then she's gonna go into that round shape. Now pull the stomach up. So this is a very good round shape with support, that if I tell her to pull her stomach in, she doesn't collapse into the barrel. That's again, our elephant, right? So go up, reach back. Nice, now go into a tall back. And then now I want her to stay stable here and just lift the upper back, right there. And then she rounds again like her elephant, and she comes back into the barrel. Very good. Again. So see how much of lower body reach, she's nice and connected here. And then just this part. Beautiful. And she rounds again into her elephant. And one last one. And here, good. And then round again. Very nice. Okay, now we have side sit-ups here on the barrel too, okay, which is pretty hard. So I would, before do that with people, do other side, like mermaid on the Cadillac or mermaid on the chair. That it's not, this is very intense, this one. Okay, so she's gonna start with her hands behind your neck. There you go. And then, are you good? All right. And then again, she has a strong connection with the lower body into the barrel. And go for it, Natalie. Let's do 4. Yeah, with the hands behind the head. And if she can, she goes all the way down and up. That's it. Now, because she's doing this pretty well, I'm going to ask her to go with her arms up. It's going to be a little more intense. Go. And reach all the way to the door and keep reaching to the door to come up. That's it. So we need to have that strong side of the body to be able to do snake and twist. And up. Very good. Last one. Okay, and then she's going to do the other side because we don't want her to be strong only on one side, because you're going to have to do snake and twist on both sides again. Okay. All right, so make sure you also push with this leg, okay? So both legs are connected. Good. All the way up, all the way. And side bend that way there. There you go. Good. And reach your head back into your hands. Make sure your back is, working and you're creating that length. That's it. And the arms go over the head. And all the way up again. Good. Nice. Just dying. Last one. Very good. All right. Okay. All right. So that's it here for the barrel. Now we're going to go to the mat and we're going to do the side bend on the mat. So we have that on the mat too, right? So let's put this back and then let's go to the mat, and I'm going to bring the camera here. All right. So you can go into the side bend. Okay. So the way I start my clients with the side bend, I don't ask if, so ideally in the side bend, the feet should be stacked right there. It's very hard to do that in the beginning, okay? So we can, because we might want to have more base, so then we can put whatever foot in front. It doesn't really matter, but if she has the 2 feet down she's going to have more base and she's going to be able to do that better. So she's going to go up and reach up with the arm. So she's going to create a nice side bend here as much as she can do. And then you're going to go all the way down with control, bend your knees, go all the way down. That's it. And we do it again. Good. See that she's creating a nice side bend and really stretching that side and using her left side. And then now we're going to go all the way down. Just make sure you bring this arm a little closer to your shoulder. Yeah. Okay. So we want the shoulder right over the arm. And then you can go up again and we're going to keep both legs straight and she's going to dip the hips down and all the way up. Good. And again, dip the hips down and all the way up. Very good. Last one. And all the way up. Very nice. Okay. So now we're going to have her do with her feet stacked. Are you good on this side? Is it your better side? Okay. So this is the way eventually people do with the feet stacked. Okay. All right. And make sure the hand is right under your shoulder when you go. There you go. Good. And then she needs to find her lower body reach. She needs to find her upper body reach this way. Really lift as high as you can. Good. That's pretty good. You can go all the way down every time, but don't lose the connection. And go up again. Oops, oops, oops. There you go. Good. It's not the strong side. Up, up, up. Hold it. Lift, reach, reach. That's it. Like Jay says, squeeze the juice out of the exercise, Natalie. Come on, lift. Higher, higher, higher. Very good. Very nice. Okay, so this is like basically a very good exercise for snake and twist. And this is a very hard exercise, the side bend. Okay. Okay, are you ready to do snake and twist again? Okay. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to be mean to her. And we're going to do, and that's what Natalie practiced a lot. A lot. So we're going to do with the bar up, okay, which is like a higher progression of the snake and twist. It puts your body into a way more compact position. Okay, so it's much harder to do it this way. And also, you want to actually come up without the foot touching the reformer. So you connect here and you come up. You're going to see, are you going to do that?
Yes.
For us?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Let's see.
Okay, so she's going to have there. And then I want to say, do your pull up, Natalie, right? So up she goes, right? So she didn't touch the reformer. And then you go, push, arch, that's it. Good. Again. Nice. And then now when she goes into that twist, don't forget to stretch that bottom leg. Good. Open this collarbone. That's okay. Keep going. Open, open, open. Very good. Stretch the bottom and then come all the way up. Very nice. Okay. Other side. But this is no joke. Seriously. Like, it's pretty hard. Okay. So go arch. Nice. Then round, find your elephant. There you go. Push. Arch. Not too far. Yeah. Okay, now push, twist. And then open that left collarbone. Nice stretch there. There you go. You can do it. You can do it. Good. One more. Very good. And then you step off. Very nice. So when clients get to this point that they already have all these exercises in their workout and they know they are going to be strong enough, hopefully, right, to do the snake and twist. And then eventually you can bring the bar up if you feel they can do it. It's very hard to do with the bar up, but I just wanted you guys to see how with the bar up, that it's possible. Okay, sometimes we think, oh no, it's not possible, but it's possible. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. All right, Anna.
All right.
Back
let me
to
just remove this
you.
spotlight. We got it. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks. First of all, thank you, Daniela and Natalie, for kicking butt over there, Natalie.
You're welcome.
Feeling the pain. Great job. That was really comprehensive, and I know I saw people taking notes. So thank you, Daniela, for taking this time to share your expertise with us, your knowledge. So this is the opportunity for all of you guys out there to throw your questions at us in the chat. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat for either Daniela or Natalie or Ken or me. I'm happy to answer what I can. So let us know what questions you have. And in the meantime, maybe while the questions are coming through, Ken, maybe you could talk a little bit about what's going on in Contrology production land.
Ooh, okay.
Production land.
I didn't know that was the question. The question du jour. Let's see here. I think our wait time on reformers got up to 4 weeks at one point about a month ago, but it's gone way back down again. So that's a really good sign for us. We're working on about the spine correctors, right? And we are also working on an electric chair, so that's exciting. You were just bugging me about an arc. We're still working on the arc.
Yeah, so a small barrel or half barrel or arc.
Yeah.
Don't know when that's coming, but we do definitely know about the other ones.
But I think the next thing that's coming up is going to be the electric chair. Yeah.
Really? What about the wall tower? I thought that was going to come before. Am I mistaken? We've got the design. We're totally down on that. I'm trying to get away from using galvanized pipe on that. Because galvanized pipe is really made for plumbing, and I'm looking for something that's more friendly for people, cleaner and just less burrs and goobers on it, So that's what we're really trying to find out. So we're looking for something that looks just like galvanized. That's at least as strong. It's probably going to end up being stronger. But if I can get away from using pipe, I'd feel better. So that's one of the delays on that for sure. Otherwise, once we make that decision and we can get that material, we'll have that ready for you guys really fast. All right. So then looks like electric chair may come first.
Yeah.
Super.
Yes.
That's actually a pleasant surprise. I think people really want that, need that more. So Daniela, I do have a question here. It says, if there's no barrel available to them, do you have other exercise suggestions for this on other equipment?
You mean which one? Which exercise? Swan or the side sit?
I don't know. Let's see if they add.
Well, we do have swan on the chair, right? You can do swan on the chair. You can do the mermaid here. People say it's sometimes called a side band here with the spring. You can do it on the chair too. Right, it's different because there you're working against gravity, right? And it's basically your own body doing the exercise, but it's like you do what you can, and and if you have a spine corrector, you can do sine sit-ups on the spine corrector if you don't have a barrel. So the one that we hook the foot on the mat, and then you do the side sit-ups on the spine corrector.
On the new Contrology spine corrector, right, Daniela?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Ken wants to hear.
Exactly. The Contrology spine corrector. Yeah. So it's like you can use that for no assistance, or you can use the other ones, they have springs. So
all right. Let's see what the questions I have here. Another question. Thoughts on doing snake and twist from the box? I saw this before with the box positioned alongside the reformer.
The short box? box?
That's what I'm guessing, that maybe it's on the floor and that they're doing it from the box. I don't know. I don't not see that.
Well, I've seen people using that small moon box, like a Sayo, for instance. One of the teachers at the studio, she's not as tall as I am. I mean, I was just like this.
You're so tall, Daniela.
No, she's shorter, and then she uses the box to put, because it's hard for her to go all the way to the shoulder block. So she uses the box to become more compact.
So in front of the shoulder block, she puts a moon box or
she puts a moon box in front of the shoulder block. So she becomes more compact. Now with the big box, with the short box, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. That's why I was asking. Okay. Another question. It seems like the same. I'm not the same person. When will the electric chair be ready? You already answered that, Ken. Sorry, we already answered that one.
I'm waiting for that too.
Let's see. This was helpful. Thank you. Okay. The ones you showed on the barrel. So I think this is finishing the question about what could you do, where could you do elsewhere, the things you did on the ladder barrel, but you said that use the chair, do the swan, for example.
Swan and definitely on the spine corrector, if you want to really mimic what you're doing on the barrel. Of course, it's closer to the floor. Right? I sometimes I feel that the body, when we are closer to the floor, is more comfortable than when we are very, lifted. So, and there is a big way, you can go all the way down and all the way up. But the spine corrector will be a good choice too if you don't have a barrel, or go get a barrel.
Yeah.
Go get a ladder barrel.
Yeah. We have
Contrology ladder barrel.
It's very cool. I don't see any more questions. Guys out there, do you have any more questions you want to drop in the chat? We definitely have a little more time if you have questions.
Yeah, and as I said, not everyone needs to do that. This is a pretty advanced exercise in the system, right? I do have clients who don't do it, and that's okay, and they don't really need to do it. And as I said, the elephant needs to be pretty good.
Right.
Elephant needs to be pretty good.
But Daniela, the snake in the twist on the reformer, I mean, what's nice about it is you mentioned earlier, it does have the flexion, it does have the rotation, right?
It has everything.
Elements. What about doing it on the mat?
There is a version that people do it on the mat, right? I don't, it's not part of my thing. And I've seen people doing it also on the, like with the spine corrector, they have their hands on the spine corrector and kind of mimicking. I think that if the person doesn't, if it's not successful, maybe you could try on the mat, but I don't usually do that. I usually I go for it, and there's also one thing. Sometimes I just make my client hold the position. Sure. And that's all I do, and it's not pretty in the beginning,
and it's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's not pretty. It's like Jay says, as long as it's not dangerous, you're going to see bad.
Right.
And it's okay to see bad because we were all bad, right? One day we started all bad, right?
No, we didn't wake up walking. We had to learn to walk.
Exactly. Okay. So as long as it's not dangerous. So sometimes what I do, I just let the person hold the position. I hold the carriage. I just say, just go hold this position. Because if you can hold that position, like I had a video of one of my clients doing it, and she had just started doing it, and she was terrified because it's terrifying.
It is.
You have a moving platform under you. You're on it's not, but most of the time it's just like, can you hold this? Okay, if you can hold this, we have it's the beginning, So
exactly.
Because again, you're suspended. There is only 3 points of contact with the reformer. You have to have a really strong sensor to just bring that carriage in and hold it in. right? But I think that also, you know, having a strong foundation of all these exercises, and if you do them well, you're going to be able to do snake and twist, but it's all in the foundation, because sometimes people, you just say to them, come up into that elephant position, and they immediately get it, or come up like you're doing the pull-ups on the chair, and they immediately get it. So they need to understand Pilates that way, and that is the progression of things, right? Because if they do understand and have a good foundation, you know, even when you were teaching tendon stretch, for instance, I have a client who does it so well that I say, how come you do it so well? And she says, because Daniela is just like the pull-ups on the wonder chair. And that's the client who's like, exactly, you know, it's just exactly, this is what it is. So if they have a good, strong foundation, they are going to bring all this basic exercises into the very complex exercises.
Well, they're all the same shapes in space, right? With different relationships to gravity and perhaps
correct.
right? But once they make the connection, this is the same as this. Oh, and now I can apply it.
Exactly. And also like, when you as a teacher start connecting those dots, you know, and thinking, what does my client need in order to achieve that? Right. You know, like I did in the beginning, like, what do you see? What do they, and that's important for the teacher to practice that, because you're going to also feel it in your body, right? In order to teach other people. So, you know, when you connect the dots as a teacher, and your clients start connecting the dots, it's so much more pleasant to teach, because it makes you think about the work and how the things are all, you know, connected. Everything is very connected.
Right. It's always helpful to wear your lab coat, because you can think like a scientist. You know, this gives you like your power, your power, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot to put mine.
All right, I do have a question coming in from Erin Brown. Hi, Erin. She's one of our authorized center, in North Carolina, and she is asking about the foot position of the snake and twist on the repeater. Is the foot that's crossed hooked around the standing leg? She's been experimenting with the feet and curious, because Natalie's looked hooked when she did it with the bar up.
Did you hook it? You hooked when you had the bar up, and you didn't hook when you had the bar down?
No, with the bar down, I think I had more on my leg.
Yeah.
With the bar up, I had it more like on the wonder chair when you do the.
I don't do with the foot hooked, but I think it safety.
I think I feel more connected, especially higher up with the bar up. I felt more connected by squeezing the legs together, hooking the foot. But again, I haven't been doing this exercise for very long, so I'm still practicing and trying to put together all these exercises we went over before. So yeah, the position of the foot, I just felt safer. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I see. I don't, when it's Erin, I don't hook. I keep it long, but I wouldn't pick on her because.
Thank you.
That's the least of her concerns, quite frankly.
Because I know that she did it for her own connection, you know, and I would not pick on that in where she is right now. Eventually, maybe, you know, so it's not something, she's not doing anything that is kind of compromising the exercise in a way, you know, so I wouldn't pick on that. And that's why I saw that you, but I didn't know if you had that the same when you did with the bar down.
No.
So yes, but I saw when she did with the bar up, and I thought I didn't pick on that but I usually have the foot nice and long, like, but the legs connected, right? The legs pushing into each other.
However, that said, Natalie, from Puka Pilates, you got a bravo, Natalie, because you did a great job on all of this, especially if you recently kind of learned this and mastered it. Really good job.
And I say, and she's not been doing with the bar up for a long time.
Yeah.
And the bar up requires, when you go into that twist, a big, huge flexibility on the side of the body. That is like major. major. And sometimes you get stuck there because it's the body goes like, oh, no, we're not fixing. That's not safe. I'm not going there. And then slowly it starts to, oh, I'm okay. And then you go. So I wasn't picking on her with the bar up because she's, let's do with the bar up now. Let's do with the bar up,
But so then a question that really timely question from Christine Kemlich is, how did Natalie feel from the snake twist at the beginning of the session towards the end? It just moved on me, but hold on if I could find it again. I lost it. Well, here we go. Versus at the end of the session, any other missing connections that she needed today? Daniela, that'd be for you. But Natalie, really, how did you feel from the snake and the twist on the reformer at the start versus the reformer at the end?
Oh, just for not practicing since not doing the snake twist with the bar up for very long. The first one with the bar down, I felt really comfortable because I've been doing it for a long time and I know where I'm going, how to engage my body to do it. So it felt, I can't say comfortable, but easier. The last one, it's really, really hard, but going through all the previous exercises right before, it really helps to connect, to understand where I'm going. It doesn't mean I was able to performing well, but in my body, I could feel all the little pieces that I went through to put it together before. That really helps. So the last one is really hard, but I had all this, like the elephant, the side bend, all this in mind and in my body to go there to that harder one. It's not easy. It's really hard.
It's not. So Daniela, what do you think? Was there anything missing from her? Any other missing connections that she needed today?
With the bar up, you mean?
Just this question just said, were there any other missing connections that she needed today? I don't have the specifics.
With Natalie, she just needs to practice.
Yeah.
She needs. Do you think there is something missing in one of your connections?
Well, yeah, one thing that I felt actually at the end, and maybe that's why with the foot being hooked over the leg, I was starting to get tired and losing my lower body reach. I think maybe that's why that foot hooked at the end, Erin.
She needed that little safety belt.
Yes, this lower body reach with the bar up is a lot harder than with the bar down, because you're here and you still have to push down and twist at the same time. So I think maybe that I'm not sure what kind of other exercise can help with that, but that's the difference that I felt.
No, in this case for you is just practice, because once you do with the bar up, with the bar down, you can do with the bar up, but it's going to be harder. And then you need practice. It's going to be hard to just come up from the floor up into the bar. It took me a long time to do that, just to like come up. It's like a long way to go. It's a long way to go. And it's pretty hard. Yeah.
Well, you made it look easy, Natalie. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
And there have been a lot of people here saying thanks, Balanced Body, and thank you, Natalie and Daniela, for your wonderful insights. Anyone have any last questions? Either for Ken as well. He's sitting here waiting anxiously to answer your questions about the Contrology brand or the technology of it and the production.
Hey, before we run out of time, I just want to thank Natalie and I want to thank Daniela for the time and for doing this. I'm really grateful for that. And then the other thing I was just thinking is Daniela, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
What's that?
If somebody wants to get in touch with you, how do they get in touch with you?
With me is Westwood Pilates, info@westwoodpilates.com. If you guys think about other questions, you can also email me, because sometimes we watch something and then we're like, oh, now I have a question. Well, now I have or you're doing it, and so definitely you can email me at info@westwoodpilates.com and I will answer your questions. And I think it's a good homework now to go, to go and think about the other exercises that we can, like, again, connect the dots, so. And it makes teaching interesting. It makes interesting for our clients too.
Makes it accessible too, right? They can actually,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, get to where they want to go.
Exactly. Is there another question? I think I saw another
question. What exercise did you use to build version 2 to the top of the foot bar version to come up off the floor?
It's again, it's just the same. It's you know, it's just a matter of practice. It's still a snake and twist. It's just harder.
Yeah.
It's just much harder. Now, there is one tool that I use for myself. You probably didn't do that. So there was one tool that actually Karen Frischman told me to do, because I was like, oh my God, I can't get up. I have to put my foot there. Blah, blah. And she goes, put a little box. Start with a little box. Stand on the little box and then go up to the reformer. And then you can take the box off eventually. And that was good because, you know, it's again a long way to go. So if you use a little box, you go, not the short box, you know, the little, even like the moon box or the mat boxes, you know, double them up, you're a little more elevated, and then you start doing that. I did that for a long time. You know, the body picks up on it really quickly. So, and sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's okay.
So one more question, Daniela, from Kristen Solomon. She says, how do you build to a one-arm twist version?
Oh, with the twist on the, well, side banding, my friend. There's the side band. It's at the side band all over.
Side band on a moving base, really.
Exactly. It's the side band on a moving base.
So get it on the mat first.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of side banding. It needs to be very good. And then you're going to feel, actually, the side banding with the bar up is much easier than with the bar down. Believe me or not.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Because you already more elevated, that arm that is down wants to come off. So you're already there. You know, so a lot of side banding for sure.
All right, another question. They're coming in now. Fast and furious. Pippa Lopez Martinez says, what exercises are appropriate to practice to get the twist? When are you not able to do it yet? When you are not able to do it yet?
What exercises, what, Anna? Sorry.
What exercises are appropriate to practice to get to the twist?
To get to the twist?
The twist portion of it. Like you've got the snake, right? But like to practice to get to the twist.
Well, you can do, you know, like the one that you twist and people call Barbie doll. Yeah. Oh, so that is good. You can do the snake and twist on the chair. Right. But that is and all the twists that we have too with the stomach massage. This is the beginning of all, right?
Spine twist on the mat.
Oh, the spine twist on the mat. Yeah, all those exercises that, yeah. But again, it's with the twist on the snake and twist, it's much more of that coming off of that side band. Right, coming off of that twist when you go into this and having to come off, that is the hard part.
Right, it's the pulling back up into the pull-up.
It's the pulling back up, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Falling into the twist is easy. It's getting back up.
It's getting back up, exactly. Yeah. And again, as I said, like when I started doing with the bar up, I had a very hard time twisting. Yeah. And it was just the practice of it that, of course, doing everything else helps, but the practice of it, doing it and going where you can until one day, boom, it happens, you know. And again, I think it's like a safety thing for the body, right?
Yeah, you're a little fearful.
Yes, yeah.
Because you're high up, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that might be it for our questions. Let me see if I missed anything. I got them all. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, as a recap, I'm Anna Caban. I'm the brand ambassador here. So if you have, questions on Instagram and you're messaging there, I'm usually the one responding to those. You can find me at anna.caban@pilates.com. You can find us at contrology.bb on Instagram. Thanks, Erin, for joining us. She's just saying thanks there. We really appreciate your time. We know you're all busy. We're not sitting home in a pandemic anymore. So for like 50 of you to join us today on Friday afternoon, that's pretty awesome. So way to go, Daniela and Natalie, for drawing such a great crowd. And again, you guys will get a copy of this recording. Give us till next week sometime because it's effectively the weekend now for us to edit it and get that out to you. And for those that are watching the recording, we hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to share this on social, again, quickly take a picture and use the hashtag Contrology Crew, share away. And we love you following us and being a part of our community. And we hope to see you at another event really soon.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank you,
all.
guys.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.